Andrea, what's up? How are you?
Good. How are you all?
Good. How do you define a romantic kiss, Andrea?
I don't know. I think like 50% tongue. Like a nice medium, start nice and gentle, and work its way up.
Did he like cradle your head with both of his hands and gaze deeply into your eyes?
Oh yeah, a little bit of hair playing.
Wow.
Hair?
All right.
Like pulling? Like I don't.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely the best kiss I've had in a while. So I don't know why he's not calling me back.
Well, tell us a little bit about him. What's his name?
His name is Tim.
Tim. And how'd you meet Tim?
I met him at a friend's work party at a bar.
Okay. And did you know him beforehand or?
No, she introduced us that night. I noticed him as soon as I walked in, though. He's so my type. Tall, gorgeous, dark hair. These like baby blue eyes. His smile was like, oh my gosh, it made my heart melt.
Oh my gosh. Did you tell your friend right away you have to introduce me to him?
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, she knows my type. We've been friends for forever. And I'd heard her mention him before, so he was like on my radar, but that was the first time I'd ever seen him or met him. And yeah, he's incredibly handsome.
Wow.
You're like flustered right now.
Yeah, I can hear it.
I am. It's so pathetic.
Did it show on your face how horny this guy makes you?
No, it wasn't like dirty or anything like that. It was just like, those butterflies, like that feeling of like, my stomach is all like and knots. I don't know.
Horny little butterflies. We all get those horny little butterflies sometimes that won't leave us alone. All right, so what happened next after you met this guy?
Well, we talked and hung out that whole party. It was more of in a group setting, though, so as like the work party was wrapping up, he asked if I wanted to go to this other bar down the street and get a drink. So just the two of us went.
Did you bring the horny butterflies with you?
No, I had gotten those a little more under control at that time.
Okay.
But obviously, I mean, he was feeling it too if he asked you to go to another bar with him.
Yeah.
I know, right? That's what I thought.
Okay, then so how did things go at the second bar?
Well, we talked, but he was getting a little more flirtatious, like put his arm around me and like really sweet. I wish it just started getting late, though, and it was a work night, so around like 11 o'clock, we're like, should probably go. So he called me a cab. Super gentleman.
Yeah. Were you guys pretty wasted by this point?
I'd say like happily tipsy.
Okay, so not super
drunk,
hammered.
yeah.
No, like I could still think and form sentences and,
Okay, so he called you a cab, and is that when the romantic kiss happened?
Yeah. So he kind of walked me outside and like he kissed me and then he did this adorable like little like spun me out and like brought me back in for like a final kiss, and it was super sweet. And so I took it as a sign. I was like, hey, we should do this again sometime.
Did he seem almost like too smooth? Like he's done this so many times that he's got like a program.
He's got to move.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the twirl seems like a little almost over the top.
It seemed genuine. Like in the moment, maybe I was a sucker, but he seemed super genuine and just smooth, but not in like a slimy way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was tired. I went home. Didn't even realize that I didn't give him my number. So I was like, well, if he'll want it, he'll find it. So I waited a couple of days, and nothing. So I got a hold of my coworker and was like, hey, this is weird, but can I have his number? Like, we haven't talked. And she sent it to me. And so I texted and was like, hey, this is Andrea. I had a really great time the other night. Just wanted to make sure you had my number.
Did he respond to that at all?
Yeah, all he said was thanks.
That's it?
Wow.
Really? Just thanks?
That was it.
No, thanks, I had a good time too, or thanks, I'll see you later?
Yeah.
No, just thanks.
Ouch.
Wow.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Why do you think he would be so cold like that after what sounds like a great evening?
I don't know. I mean, I've been trying to figure it out because I don't want to be too clingy or too forward, but
Right.
the only thing that I can think that it might be is when we were talking and hanging out at the second bar, I mentioned to him that I still live with my parents, like I still live at home,
Ooh.
and he kind of gave me a little bit of an odd look, so I don't know if, he was just playing it cool that night, but thinks I'm not mature enough for, like, I don't know.
So you think that he might not want to date you because you live at home with your parents?
I guess. I mean, I have a job. I'm responsible. It's not like, I'm living in the basement playing video games all day.
Some guys like that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with
Yeah. All right.
I can play a mean Mario Kart, but
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, that music right there would be the sound of horny little butterflies. You know, the ones that get in your stomach as soon as you see somebody that you find attractive. Well, Andrea is on the phone, and she has a bad case of the horny butterflies.
Oh, no.
Because she met a guy named Tim at her friend's work party. They hung out for a little while even after the work party and ended the night with a romantic kiss. But now he's not calling her back. She actually was able to text him and say, "That was fun. We should do that again." And he just said, "Thanks." So apparently he's not hearing the same horny butterfly music that she's hearing in her head. But we're about to see if we can get him on the phone and find out why he's not calling her back. Andrea?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
I guess.
Are you regretting doing this after being labeled as a horny butterfly girl?
I guess I'll wait to hear what he has to say until I regret it.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to dial his phone number right now and find out why he's not calling you back. Here we go.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, is Tim there?
Yeah, this is Tim. Who's this?
Tim, how are you? My name is Jubal, and I host the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
What?
Cool.
Sorry.
Glad,
Sorry. How'd you get this number?
glad we got that out of the way. I got your phone number from somebody who listens to our show. They wanted me to call you.
You're a radio station calling me?
Yes, I am the entire station.
Music and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is this like a prize or something? What's this about?
No, it's actually a segment we do on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. You recently went out with a girl named Andrea. Do you remember her?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Whoa.
That's not.
Yeah.
That's usually not what people like to hear when their name is brought up. Just, but
Yeah, it's like an awkward situation there, man.
really, Andrea emailed us and told us a little bit about your date, how she thought you were awesome. But when she texted you asking if you guys could hang out again, all you did was text her back and say thanks.
Yeah, I was trying to, be nice.
All right.
Did she do something to piss you off? She swears the date you guys had was awesome.
It was fine. This is weird to say. The date was fine. I can't date her.
What you sounded, I mean, the way she described it, you sounded like you were really into her.
Yeah, everything was going fine. I like her. I think she's cute.
So what's the big issue then?
Her dad. I hate her dad.
What?
Whoa.
How do you know her dad?
What?
It's like it's complicated. But the guy's a slime ball.
Her dad's a slime ball. Did you meet him?
No, not when we were out. I met him like a long time ago, and I don't even really want to explain it to her, to be honest.
Did you know that who her dad was when you took her to the second bar and
No.
you guys kissed? And
No, it was only afterwards. I looked her up on like Facebook and saw what her last name was and who she's related to, and I guess I'll tell you, her dad owns this like car dealership, and a couple of years ago I bought a car from him, a used car, and the guy totally screwed me over. It was like the worst I've ever been taken advantage of in my life.
Oh,
How
what?
random is that?
Oh, small
Yeah.
world.
I know, man. I know. I was not expecting it. He gave me a car and a horrible interest rate, and it was one of my first times like getting a car, on my own. So like I didn't know any better really, but like the guy totally took advantage of me, and that was like a big turning point in my life. Like no joke. Like I was like I don't want to be taken advantage of anymore. Like I have to get smarter about this stuff, but I also like I want to prevent myself from that type of thing happening again, and I never want to see this guy again.
okay, so wait, you don't want to talk to her because you think her dad, like she could be like her dad, or because you are afraid of this going into a relationship and you having to meet her dad?
Well, first of all, she lives with her parents, so I'm guessing if it went into a relationship, I would run into the guy sooner or later.
Right.
And I don't know if I can control myself around him, to be honest. Like, I'm not going to be able to shake that guy's hand,
But it could be like the ultimate form of revenge. I mean,
To be honest, like that actually went through my head. Like, oh, I should just I should sleep with her and then, get back at this guy.
Yeah.
Look at him
But like,
right in the eyes.
I'm not that type of guy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Man, you're a way better dude than I am, because if somebody screwed me over on a car, I would do that in a heartbeat. I'd go over there just to have dinner with him and stare him in the face and shake his hand and be like,
Screw me
guess what
over."
I just did? And you're positive that's her dad?
100%. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Why wouldn't you just tell her that?
Who wants to hear that I can't date you because your dad's a like,
True.
I don't need her to feel bad about it. Like, she raised her. I'm guessing she knows, and like I don't maybe she doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe if you guys were dating for a little while and it was like at the point where you had to be around family members, like I can't be around your dad ever. But this is the first time you're hanging out, and you realize her dad is the guy that screwed you over 3 years ago.
Yeah, like why not cut the cord now and like say trouble down the line?
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for telling us why. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate hearing about people getting screwed over and people being lied to. You know.
Yeah, no, it's the worst.
Yeah, that's probably why I should have told you this earlier, but she is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
Hey, Tim. It's Andrea.
Hey.
You heard that entire thing?
Yeah, I heard everything you said about me and my dad.
I didn't say anything bad about you.
That's a good point.
No, I know, but you've been ignoring me because of something that wasn't even my fault, and that doesn't even sound like my dad.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, it sucks to tell this to a person. Your dad is a bad person. I guarantee you I'm not the first person he's done this to.
Excuse me, my dad is not a bad person. I'm sorry for whatever experience you feel like you had, but my dad is a good guy, and that does not sound like him. I'm
sure
sorry
it's easy for
for
him
whatever
to be a good guy when
happened,
he's
but
taking money out of my pocket and then giving it to you for your birthday. Like, I'm sure like that makes it easier to be on that side of things, but on my side of things, he's a bad guy.
I'm sure it was just a misunderstanding. My dad is not a bad guy. I can't believe that you haven't let this go. How long?
It was just a couple years ago. It wasn't like when I was 10 years old.
But Tim, I mean, can't you give the guy a benefit of the doubt? Like, do you have proof that he tried to screw you over? Maybe, like, he didn't know there was something wrong with the car you bought.
Oh, come on. This is his business.
Tim, if you signed a contract on the car, that's equally on you. It's your fault for not having checked things more clearly.
Oh, my. Well, the apple certainly hasn't fallen far from the tree. That's literally what they said when I called and complained.
I am so offended right now. I don't even know what to do.
I think you guys should go out again.
Honestly, like, Andrea, I thought you were really cool. I cannot get past the fact that your dad screwed me over. So,
You know, I don't really like how you've treated me during this situation, but I'd be willing to get you together with my dad and see if he can get you a deal and make up for whatever wrong you feel like he did you.
Hey.
So, Andrea, you're kind of up for a second date if you take Tim to the car dealership and get him a better deal on a car?
Well, I mean, he clearly feels like my dad took advantage of him, and no one should feel that way. And I think my dad would agree. And I bet if he came down to the dealership, that my dad could get him into something newer and nicer. And
yeah, a cardboard box would be newer and nicer than what he sold me.
Oh, my God.
I like how the second date update has turned into a car sale.
I know.
Tim, would you like to accompany Andrea to her dad's dealership one more time? See if you can get a...
No.
No?
You're crazy. You're missing out. She's a good salesman.
Yeah, she's lucky I don't report her father to the Better Business Bureau.
you know what, Tim? I don't want to talk to you anymore. You blew your chance with me, and you blew your chance on a great new car.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe I'll see you at the next President's Day weekend sale or something. All right?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
My house.
Got a text in at 78592 that says, that guy's crazy. He should have gone on a second date and had the radio station buy him a new car.
Whoa.
Because, you know, after all the second dates, we always offer to pay for their date. I guess technically we would have had to buy him a car. If you don't know what I'm talking about today's second date update. This girl, Andrea, wanted to call a guy named Tim because he wasn't calling her back. And the reason, he got screwed over by her dad on a car purchase. And he realized who her dad was. He's like, I can't date her. You know what he could have done?
What's that?
He could have
Oh,
called
there
my
we
friends
go.
at advocateslaw.com
Of course.
and sued that guy for selling him a bad car. If you have any legal issues that you need help with, you can always hit up my friends at advocateslaw.com. They're available 24 hours a day. All you have to do is call 206-512-3555. They've gotten over $100 million for people who need their help. So even if you're curious if you need help, just go in there, get a free consultation. It's that easy. Okay, back to the second date update. Anyway, yeah, he wouldn't go out with her because he got screwed on a car.
I kind of understand it, though. I mean, that feeling of just getting raked
Yeah.
over the coals sucks,
We're getting
man.
lots of texts in at 78592. Somebody said, he needs to let it go. That was a long time ago. But more people are texting in like, I understand completely.
Yeah.
Somebody texted in at 78592 that said that they bought a car in California once and got screwed over. So now they will never purchase a car in California.
Well, what a stance. I mean, how are they going to live like that?
No car dealership at all. Just the whole state
Yep.
of California
Give
is.
me a free car. No, not if it's from Cali.
Nope.
I mean, it's one of the largest states in the entire country, but cool.
It just sucks for her that she's getting screwed over by her dad. Well, her dad's screwing everybody over. He screwed this guy over in a car, screwing her out of dates, and he doesn't even realize it.
Yeah.
Because the guy liked her. He's like, she's great. Everything about her is cool, except her dad is kind of an a-hole and owns a car dealership and screwed me over.
She didn't seem that surprised by the information.
No, she really
She's
didn't.
like, well, I can get you in there and you can get a better deal. I'm like, I feel like you're part of this family business.
Definitely,
Yeah. She
knows
definitely
how it
has a
works.
job at the dealership and sells cars too. Because she did say at the end of it, like, hey, let's just go down to the dealership so you can meet my dad again, and he'll put you into a great new car.
That is the
Anyone
line
that
right
uses
there.
put you into a great
Yeah.
car
Exactly,
is
that's the
someone
line.
that's on the inside.
Exactly. All right. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Hello?
Hi, is Twyla again?
Yes, this is she.
Hey, Twyla. My name is Colby Sazerac, and I'm with Travel.
Oh, hi.
Hi. I think you spoke with Adam the other day.
I did, and he was really great.
Yes, he is wonderful. Well, I am sorry to say, though, Adam has come down with a nasty virus, so I'm going to be filling in for him in the meantime, okay?
Can you tell him I hope he feels better?
I sure will. But more importantly, let's get started on our travel.
Yes, yes, we're so excited. We haven't been to Europe.
I know. And I heard that this is a honeymoon?
Yes, it is.
Oh, wonderful. You're in luck because I'm working on your trip, and I know Europe very well. Some people even call me Senor Europe.
Oh, wow, that's
Yeah.
great.
You might think they'd call me Sir Europe, but not a lot of people know Spain is in Europe too, so I go by Senor Europe because they speak Spanish in Spain.
I mean, I figured they spoke Spanish
Yeah.
in Spain.
Well, that's just the tip of the iceberg of my Europe knowledge.
Great, okay.
So the first trip that I've booked for us is in Prague. It's a half-day tour that includes the ghosts and legends of Old Town. I can't wait. It sounds so spooky. What about you? Excited?
I'm sorry, I'm confused. What's going on?
I'm coming with you, silly. I wouldn't be a great tour guide if I wasn't there every single step of the way. Senor Europe is taking you to his stomping ground, Europe.
This was my honeymoon. I wasn't envisioning other people there. No offense.
It is your honeymoon, and that's why it needs to be perfect for you. And I'll make sure that it is.
I just think
Yeah.
that if
How
you
about
plan-
we talk about lodging? So most of the nights, you and your husband will have a room on your own, but on a few nights, we'll have to bunk together to stay on your budget. I know what your budget is, so I'll make sure we stay on budget.
You're not rooming with us on our honeymoon.
Actually, I am, but only on some of the nights. So not every night. There are some nights you guys will have a room alone. Only a few, but
First of all, I don't even know you.
I know. I don't really know you other than this phone call, and I can't wait to tour Europe together.
No.
And a honeymoon nonetheless. God, that's going to be sweet.
No, it doesn't matter if it's you or anyone else. No one's staying with me and my husband on our honeymoon.
Don't worry, I'm not a creeper. Your husband and I will get along great. I saw his Instagram. We both like dogs, so we already have one
You
thing
both
in
like
common.
dogs.
Yeah, he loves dogs, doesn't he? I see his Instagram.
You're not looking at my fiance's Instagram. Tell me that this is not happening.
Not currently. I was looking at it because I needed to get to know him a little bit.
You are not stalking my husband on Instagram or any social media. You're crazy.
No. I'm not stalking anybody. I'm trying to get to know my new friends.
I don't want to work with you. I don't want to work with your company. I don't want you taking care of our travels. I want to work with someone else.
All right, well, I'm sorry. It's already done.
What do you mean it's already done? I didn't okay that.
Well, I went ahead and charged your credit card this morning, and a lot of the tours are not refundable.
Are you kidding me?
No, there was
Are
such
you
a good deal.
kidding me? I did not say you could do that.
I know, and
Give me back my money. I didn't say you could do that. I didn't sign anything. You're not allowed to do that. that.
I know, but I saw these great deals for these great tours that I wanted to take really badly.
It doesn't matter. I didn't say it was okay. I want to talk to your manager.
Travel buddy, calm down, travel buddy.
Don't
Calm
call
down.
me your travel buddy. I'm not your travel buddy.
Okay, can I call you my phone tap buddy?
No, you can't call me anybody.
Well, why? Because this is actually Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning doing a phone tap on you. Your fiance Brian set you up. Phone tap buddy.
What?
It's a joke.
I don't understand.
Your fiance Brian told me that you were stressed about booking the honeymoon and wanted to have some fun with you. So I'm not actually.
Oh my God! Holy shit! Oh my God!
I'm not actually Senior Europe.
Oh my God! No.
Are you okay, travel buddy?
No. I'm gonna get him so good for this.
Why don't we? Let's do it when we all go on vacation together. His name is Alex.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that the girl he wants to call isn't calling him back, but who knows? Alex, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing okay.
Alex, what's with the vague email, man?
I don't know. I didn't know what else to say. It's just that I wanted to do a second date update.
Well, you could have given us a little background information on the date itself and what happened and why you want to call this girl.
Oh, okay. Well, my bad.
Tell us her name.
Her name's Tiffany.
Tiffany. Okay, tell us how you met Tiffany.
I met her at the club.
All right. Did you approach her? Or she approach you? How'd you guys
I approached her, yeah.
Okay.
And is this a move you make often at the club?
No, actually, usually when I see a girl at the club, I can't get up the nerve to talk to her, and I go home lonely.
Wow, that's a sad, truthful statement, sir.
I love the honesty, Alex. All right. So,
Not good.
So what made this time different? What made you finally go, you know what? For once in my life, I'm not going to go home lonely.
I want to be happy.
Well, I saw her dancing across the dance floor with her friends, and she was moving her hips in this great way and smiling and was just so joyful.
Nice.
And her hips were just like all over the place. I was like, I got to get in on some of that.
All right.
With the hips.
So apparently, Alex, we know what you are motivated by.
It's not
Hips.
joy.
You like
He's a
hips.
hip guy.
I do, but it didn't hurt that I think she was looking at me too.
Okay, so you felt like you had some confidence, like she had already given you maybe the okay.
Yeah, and her friends were looking over. It seemed like they were talking about me. I felt like I was getting all the right signals.
Nice. Maybe it's because you were staring at her hips the whole time, and she's like,
Look at that.
"Dude, this guy won't stop looking at my hips."
Well, I wasn't the only one. She was really drawing some attention.
Okay.
Okay.
So you went over and talked to her, and you said, "Hey, lady, I see your hips winking at me. I wink back. What's up?"
I wasn't that smooth, actually, but
That smooth?
Call that smooth.
What did you say then?
I just went over and started dancing with her. I brought out all my goofiest moves, like the penguin and the cowboy and stuff.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. I think that that's awesome.
You make her laugh.
It
right?
is so much better than going up and trying to grind on her hips, okay?
Yeah, she laughed. So,
Good.
make a girl laugh. That's it, right?
Yeah. Okay. So she thought it was funny that you were dancing like that. And did your date end there at the club, or did you guys actually go out on a real date?
Well, towards the end of the night, things were going well, so I just leaned in and whispered in her, "Do you want to see the real penguin back at my place?" And she gave me the nod.
Wait,
Wow.
she said yes, she didn't pour a drink on you.
Yeah, she was laughing quite a bit, so I think she said yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I guess the ultimate proof, if she said yes, did she go back to your place?
She did.
And
All right.
how did the real penguin perform?
It started out pretty good. We'd get back. My roommate was home, which was totally unexpected. And I don't have the biggest place in the world, so, it's kind of in your face if somebody's around. But I just, offered her a drink, and we're sitting there hanging out talking, and, she gets like halfway through it and says, "Why don't we just try this another time?"
Whoa.
It was that awkward?
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you not friends with your roommate?
No, we're close, but I'm trying to progress things with the lady, and the roommate's in the way, if you know what I mean.
Like physically in the way, like sitting between you two, or just his mere presence was upsetting to her?
Just the mere presence, I think.
All right.
I do see him sitting next to you, rubbing your leg.
Like in between both of them.
So she said, "Let's try this another time."
Yeah.
And have you tried to text her and call her and see if maybe you could make another time happen?
Yeah, I have. And I texted her, like, do you want to see the penguin again? And, like,
Dude, you won't let the penguin die, will you?
I love it.
yeah, I felt like I was being really cute and fun and haven't heard anything, so I don't know.
And you're sure it's the roommate's fault that ruined your mojo? It wasn't something that you said? Because you sound adorable, but maybe not so smooth all the time.
Yeah, everything was fine, and the conversation was good. The only thing that changed things was my roommate.
Okay. And are you still living with this roommate?
Yeah.
Because I would have moved out right after.
Yeah, I've thought about it. It's kind of a deal breaker.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
Okay.
All right. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I feel really bad for Alex, the guy who's on the phone to do a second date update today. I feel really bad for him.
Why?
Because he's never going to be able to listen to this song the same ever again.
I'm on tonight, you know my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel it's right.
Do you know?
Because he was lied to by some hips.
Yeah, they were.
If you missed the first part of today's second date update, we talked to Alex about the girl that he wants to call. He said he was originally attracted to her on the dance floor at the club because her hips would not stop looking at him and moving in his general direction, and he felt so compelled by her hips that he had to talk to her. They danced for a little while. They went back to his place. He said everything was going smoothly except his roommate was home, and he feels like his roommate might have ruined his chances with this girl because she had to leave, and that's the last that he's heard from her. So he got lied to by some hips.
Did you talk to your roommate about that night?
I did, and, nothing came up. Like, it just seemed normal, so I don't know.
Okay, so they didn't take blame for it or apologize?
No, because it seemed like there was nothing to apologize for.
Weird.
Okay, so we'll get her on the phone and find out what went wrong. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is Tiffany there?
This is she.
Hey, Tiffany, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm okay. Who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Oh, okay. I don't know it.
First, I thought maybe you were familiar
I thought so
with
too.
who
No.
I was and who we were, but I guess not.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Is this going to take long?
No, it shouldn't actually. I just kind of have one question to ask you, and then we can let you go about your
Okay.
business.
Okay, if it's quick, that's fine.
Okay. It's about a guy named Alex that you recently went out on a date with.
What?
It's a guy named Alex that you met at the club, and then you went back to his house.
The penguin? Maybe that rings a bell?
Yeah, no, I know who. Yeah. Okay, what?
Okay, so Alex emailed us because he really liked you, but he says that you're not answering any of his phone calls or text messages, so he thought maybe we could get you on the phone and find out if something went wrong the night that you guys met.
Yeah, it was a really weird night. Yeah.
Why? It sounded, his description of it made it sound pretty normal.
You mean you actually spoke with him?
Yeah, he told us all about your date. Well, I guess it's not really like a date, but he told us all about the night that you guys met.
Okay.
Everything he said was nice. He said that you guys seemed to have a good connection. You laughed a lot, and then you went back to his place, and then you left, and that's the last that he's heard from you.
Yeah. It's so weird. Okay, I thought he was really sweet. I just was, I don't know. After the club, I was kind of shocked with everything else that happened.
With everything else that happened. What he told us, it sounded pretty tame.
What, he told you about his roommate, right?
Yeah, he said that the roommate was there, and he feels like that killed the vibe.
Yeah, it ruined everything. Yeah.
Oh, it was
Why
the
is this?
roommate.
That shouldn't be that big of a deal, right?
No, it was actually one of the most uncomfortable things the most uncomfortable situation I've ever been in.
Why?
Why?
Everything was fine. First of all, I didn't know he had a roommate, but whatever, a lot of people do. So when we started to go there, he told me his roommate shouldn't be home, but then she was.
Okay, so it was a female.
Yeah, female, but it wasn't, oh my God, I can't believe he didn't tell you this. Okay. It was his ex-wife.
Wait, what?
Oh!
His roommate is his ex-wife? Is that what you just said to us?
Yeah.
He lives with his ex-wife. He didn't tell us that at all. He just said my roommate.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said to me, too, is his roommate. And then she came into the room, was, like, talking or whatever. He goes to get us a beer, and she was, like, looking at me weird. I don't know. And that's when I asked her, like, how long have you guys been roommates? How long have you known him? And that's when she was like, yeah, we were married for 2 years, and now we've been divorced for 3 months.
Oh, my God.
They've only been divorced for 3 months?
3 months.
I mean,
Wow.
I kind of get it. Like, you're living with somebody, you get divorced, it's hard to move out. But why the hell are you bringing women back to your place if you're still living with your ex-wife?
Exactly.
It's because she said she wasn't going to be there, and then she was.
Oh.
Hey, Tiffany, I should let you know that Alex is on the phone.
Are you kidding me right now?
No.
Hi, Tiffany. I'm so sorry that this happened. It's like a total misunderstanding.
I don't think so.
I think it's very understandable.
How is it a misunderstanding that it's your ex-wife?
Like, that's pretty easy to understand.
Yeah, kind of cut and dry.
Yeah, we have an agreement, you know? It's not a big deal. Like, she's totally more of a roommate than an ex at this point, you know? It's been a while.
3 months.
3 months.
It's been all 3 months that you've been divorced.
Well, yeah, we got divorced just 3 months ago, but the marriage was over way before that.
Oh.
Well, maybe you should have told us that your roommate was your ex-wife. We might have known
We wouldn't even
What the
what
problem
the problem was.
I think it's the fact that it was a female is what the major problem was.
No, I mean,
No.
maybe, but no.
No, that is not the issue. The issue is that you are living with your ex-wife and you're inviting other females to come over, and that is not okay.
I understand where you're coming from, but her and I have an agreement, and we'll text each other when we're coming home, and we'll clear out, and that's just the way it's supposed to be. And
Like a normal roommate.
So wait,
Yeah, sort of.
it obviously didn't work very well if she hung around and then told your lady friend that you brought over that you guys were married at one point.
Exactly.
she never should have said that in the first place. It's against the rules of our agreement.
Oh,
She broke the rules, and that's why you got screwed out of this date.
her fault.
Can I say one other thing?
Sure.
When he was going to get the beer and I was like left in the room with her, I heard him whisper to her, now that I understand the circumstances, he whispered to her, hey, you have to sleep on the couch tonight.
Oh,
And I did not understand what that meant. Well, obviously now I do.
sleep together.
Are you kidding me? You guys are still sharing a bed?
It's a one-bedroom.
Oh.
We bought the place a long time ago, and we're just, we're kind of stuck with it for a little while. It's not a big deal.
It is a big deal. It's a huge deal.
Well, we do sleep in the same bed, but we have a body pillow that we put between us.
Oh, all right. Yeah, it's all good.
It's like a bumper.
Exactly. I've never done anything with anybody I've been in a bed with that there's a body pillow between us. Completely blocks it.
It does work. It works.
Oh,
Well, there you go.
great.
Tiffany, what are you worried about? He's got a body pillow between his ex-wife, who is his roommate now. Would you like to go on a second date with him?
Yeah.
We will pay for it.
No, I don't think so. No,
Why?
no way.
That's so shocking that you don't want to go out with somebody that sleeps with their ex-wife every night.
Right? It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. You have too high of standards, Tiffany.
Well, it's your loss because, nowadays life is complicated and people are stuck in different homes, like after the recession. It's just the way it is.
Recession.
Yeah, that's the way it is. Tiffany,
That's
look.
the way it is.
Tiffany, if you want to be successful in the dating world, you're going to learn that you're going to have to date men who are living with their wives. Current or ex.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
When he was going to get the beer and I was like left in the room with her, I heard him whisper to her, hey, you have to sleep on the couch tonight.
Oh,
together.
Are you kidding me? You guys are still sharing a bed?
It's a one-bedroom.
Oh.
We do sleep in the same bed, but we have a body pillow that we put between us.
all right. Yeah, it's all good. Got a text in at 78592 that says, this situation is more common than you guys think. I have a bunch of friends who are doing this right now. The situation is from today's second date update. This guy, Alex, wanted to call a girl named Tiffany. They met one night, went back to his place, and his roommate was there. And that's what turned her off. Because his roommate was not just his roommate. His roommate is actually his ex-wife. And she found out that, yeah, they actually sleep in the same bed at night because they have a one-bedroom apartment. So it kind of killed the mood a little bit.
You think?
And he was like, it's been over for a while. Our marriage wasn't even that long. We're more friends than anything. But still,
It doesn't matter.
you can see how she was a little apprehensive
Yeah,
to date him.
Let me jump into your marital bed or ex-marital bed and sleep on her side. Ooh, it smells just like her.
Yeah. Knowing that the ex-wife is out on the couch
Right.
while they're messing around.
Right.
It's too soon for this guy to go out and fully date, I think.
Yeah.
I think he needs to get his stuff together a little bit before.
You know, or date, but not necessarily bring the dates
Exactly.
back
There
to
you go.
you and your
Exactly.
ex-wife's apartment.
Or suggest, hey, why don't we go back to your place?
There it
Like,
is.
why would you bring him back to your place?
Well, I have roommates. Oh, that's cool. I have roommate. You know what? Go back to my place. I got a roommate.
Yeah.
No, wait, that's your ex-wife and you sleep in the same bed?
There's a body pillow.
But stop being so judgy.
Get over here and kiss me. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So they decided not to go out again. I'm wondering how many people are actually in this situation, though, because I bet you it happens more than you think.
I'm wondering how many girls and how many guys the ex-wife have brought back to the place that had no idea
Oh, it's true.
that they were living
Because they
together.
have the rules.
They
Right.
said, they said they coordinate with each other, like, hey, I have a
Yeah.
date tonight, so please don't be home. And for whatever reason, she was actually at the apartment that night.
Yeah. I think the last time probably went wrong and she's getting a little payback or something. That's my guess, you
And it
know?
just shows the difference between men and women here, because all the dudes texting and are like, I would have still done it.
Yeah, of course. they
Wouldn't have
do.
mattered to me. And all the women are like, no, that's disturbing. I don't want to mess around with some dude while his ex-wife is there.
Yeah, even if she's
I don't
out on
even,
the couch,
you
it still
don't,
doesn't matter.
Okay, you don't even want to see pictures of an ex in a picture frame. And we're talking about like an ex-girlfriend, let alone have the actual woman in the other room.
Yep. Just hanging out on the couch while you guys do your thing.
Yeah.
You can come out and compare notes after.
She's just catching up on her Real Housewives.
Sorry about that. Hope we weren't too loud in the other room. Is that everything okay? Somebody
Made you
texted
guys
in.
a cheese platter. What do you want for breakfast?
Somebody texted in. Why didn't the wife leave? Because it's her house. I don't think she has to. I think he needs to change the way he's dating more than being like, get out. I know you live here, but you're going to have to sleep outside tonight because I got a date. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Jason.
This is him?
Jason, my name is Sam Needlebaumer. I'm the superintendent of school district. How are you today?
I'm good. How can I help you?
Well, it's come to my attention that you dealt cards at one of our charity table games for high school the other day.
Yeah, I did that.
Did you enjoy it?
I mean, yeah, it was a good time, I guess.
I'm assuming you know why I'm calling you. Would you like to come forward and tell me what you were doing, or do you want me to come out and say it?
Sir, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't?
No.
I'm going to give you another opportunity. Come clean about it, and I'll go easy on you.
Sorry, look, I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. Why don't you just tell me, because nothing happened.
Well, I got reports that every time you dealt a blackjack, you made the table stand up and do the wave.
Yeah, that's something I do. It's like a little tradition thing I do at every charity event.
Well, some of the parents noticed that you were only doing it when a busty woman joined the table so that you could watch her jump up and bounce around.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I got reports.
No.
I got reports that you were only making people do the wave when a very busty woman would sit down at your table so that you could watch her throw her hands in the air and you could gawk at her bosom.
Okay, that's ridiculous. All right, I do that every time there's a blackjack. That's just what I do. It's my thing.
So you're denying it ever happened?
I'm not denying that they did the wave, but I don't know what you're talking about.
We don't need perverts like you involved in our charities.
I'm not a pervert, all right? I came and dealt at a charity event, all right? So
Yeah, you dealt
You're
at a
welcome.
charity event, and then you took advantage of it and made busty women do the wave so that you could stare at their fun bags.
okay, that's bullshit. It's not true at all. I don't know where you're getting this information, but you are absolutely wrong.
You know, if you're going to be so blatant about being a sexual predator,
Okay, shut up. That is ridiculous.
Well,
I am not.
I'm just saying, if you're going to be that blatant about it, you might as well take photo or video so you have something to remember it by.
Okay, that's disgusting.
You're telling me that's disgusting. You were making people do the wave so you could stare at their boobies.
Look, I don't know who told you this, but it didn't happen.
Well, I've alerted the authorities and the local deputy prosecutor.
What are you talking about? Nothing happened. Why would you call him? Nothing happened.
Listen, I know people, all right, you pervert?
I can't believe you did that. Like, why would you do that?
If you were just honest with me and told me what you were doing, maybe
I've been honest with you.
You know, because of what you did, there's a good chance you're going to wind up on the sex offender list, right?
You are an asshole. What is your problem?
Well, sir, you're a sexual predator, and I think people in your area need to know that you're around them. So I'm having people put up posters with your face on it so that they can be aware that they're living with a pervert.
You better be joking.
If you just admit it to me, I'll call them off. I'll have them take down the posters.
You are a psychopath. You know you are a psychopath.
I'm not playing games with you. I just want you to be honest with me.
You'll just take him down.
Yeah. Do you want everybody in your area to consider...
No, I don't want everybody in my area to know that.
Okay, well, just admit it to me then. Admit what you did.
Fine, I'll tell you.
Thank you. So you admit that you were making large-breasted women do the wave so you could stare at them?
Yes, I did it. All right, I did it.
Okay, well, thank you for being honest with me. It only took a little bit of work to get there. Doesn't that feel better?
Whatever.
Hey, I didn't even tell you the best part. This is actually Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning doing a phone tap on you.
Wait, what?
It's a joke. Your brother Ross set you up. He was telling us what you were doing at this charity event and wanted me to make you squirm a little bit.
Wait, this whole thing was a joke.
Yep, it was.
I'm gonna kill him.
So that's what you were doing that though? You were making girls stand up at the charity event so you could check out their boobs?
I mean they were big. Yeah, you do it too, okay?
Her name is Marie, and Marie, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you guys?
Good. You definitely qualify for a second date update, even though you've been out with this guy a few times. How many times have you gone out?
3. We've had 3 dates.
3 dates with this guy, and now he's just disappeared on you.
Exactly.
Dude, that is so annoying. I don't know why people do that to each other.
Yeah, you're telling me.
All right, so tell us about how you met him.
We met on a dating website, and we were actually talking on the website for, I would say, almost 3 weeks total.
So you guys talked for like 3 weeks online, and you've been on 3 dates. You're talking about over a month of knowing this guy, and then he just bailed on you.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely over a month since we've been talking.
Wow,
And
that sucks.
If you've gone on 3 dates, like how far have you guys... This sounds weird, but how far have you guys gone physically?
Brooke.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I don't know what their relationship is. Like, have they already spent the night at each other's house? Because 3 dates is...
That's okay. You know, actually, no, we haven't. The furthest we've gone, we've made out. That's it.
All right. Okay. Well, I guess we don't need every single date unless you feel like there's some details we need. But what happened the last time you guys hung out?
Well, you know, the first dates were fine. We basically met for coffee once and then dinner. And then so the third date, the last date that we had, we went out to a bar. So it was a little different environment, a little fun, a little noisy, loud. But he ended up bringing a friend.
Did he tell you beforehand that he was going to bring a friend?
No, which at first I thought, well, maybe we're that comfortable with each other already that it's okay. So then I actually ended up calling one of my girlfriends, and she came over.
Oh, well, that's a good idea. So how did that go?
It turned out to be a great night. He ended up buying us tequila shots, and it was really fun. And to be honest with you, I was surprised. You know, I've dated quite a lot, and I was pleasantly surprised with where things were going. And he's definitely a little quirky and has his ways, but I like that. And
you guys are practically married at this point. You've been kind of seeing each other for about a month now. You've met each other's friends. I mean, that's all there is left to do, right?
I mean, I thought we were moving forward at least to something further than where we were at.
Do you think there's a possibility that he was freaked out that maybe you were moving faster than him?
I guess it could be a possibility. I mean, at this point, I really don't know what happened. I mean, I don't think I came across as crazy at all. To me, we were both moving forward together, if that makes sense.
You said that he had quirks that you liked.
Yeah.
A lot of times that's code for he's kind of weird. Is he a weird dude?
You know, there's just little things about him that at first I kind of found it endearing. And he has his ways, he likes to talk little tangents, but then he gets excited about the things that he's talking about. And he has a like gap in his teeth, which is it's just so cute, and it just makes him who he is. I think.
Diastema is the technical term for that. If you were curious,
What is it?
Diastema.
Is it really?
That's the term for a gap in your teeth. Yeah, I've dated a lot of dental assistants, and they've told me that.
That's true.
If you ever need
That is
to
true.
talk about his tooth gap again, you can use the doctor's term for it if you want.
Well, that's good to know. I would love to talk about it with him if he will ever call me back or speak to me again.
So, what was the last thing that he said to you?
So it's been 8 days
Yeah.
since our last date when we were at the bar, and I've actually tried to call him a few times. I've texted him a bunch, and I've gotten one response, and it had one word, and it just said, sorry.
Ooh.
That's all I got.
Did you respond to the sorry?
Yeah, I did. I wrote back, well, what the hell do you mean? And I haven't gotten any response from that.
So
that
are you
sucks.
hoping, I mean, because that sounds like a breakup to me.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean, like,
definitely.
you don't have to have the breakup talk because you only went on 3 dates, but a sorry text means I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'd at least like an explanation. I feel like I deserve one. We've had this background together for over a month now, and we've been out 3 times, and then, to not even give me anything of just sorry, it's upsetting. I don't know. I don't even know why.
Did you stalk him online yet? Is his dating profile still up?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's all still there. It's all normal. Nothing, he hasn't changed anything.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, all right?
Great.
Or third date update, or whatever you want to call it. But we'll get it right after this.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Today's second date update is a serious one because the girl on the phone was left at the altar. What? That's right. It's a very, very sad story.
Oh, my gosh.
Way more in depth than any of our other second date updates.
Is she pregnant too?
She might be.
Yeah.
We don't know. She said that she hasn't hooked up with the guy yet in that way, but weirder things have happened. She was basically married to this guy.
Oh.
They've been dating for about a month now, and they've gone out on 3 dates in that time. The last time they saw each other, they had fun. They partied with a few friends. Then he didn't text her back. She didn't hear from him for a little while, kept texting him, and he finally just sent her one text that said, sorry.
Ooh.
And that's the last she's heard from him. Marie, are you ready to call your fiance?
It wasn't that serious. It really wasn't. But yes, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay.
Are you mad at him right now? Are you angry with this dude for just ghosting on you, basically?
I mean, I don't want to be angry at him, but I am, and I'm mostly confused. I really just want some answers.
Depending on his answer, I guess you can judge if you're angry or not.
Yeah.
Good point.
All right, I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see why he's stopped calling you after 3 dates. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, I was looking for Paul.
Yeah, this is he.
Hey, Paul, what's up? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Okay. What do you want?
I'm calling you because we recently got an email about you from one of our listeners. Her name is Marie.
Okay.
She asked if we could get you on the phone and find out why you stopped calling her. It's a segment that we do on our show called the Second Date Update. Do you have a few minutes to tell us why you're not talking to Marie anymore?
I mean, I don't know what she's told you or whatever, but I mean, I've kind of already sent her a text like saying sorry, and I don't know.
Yeah, well, she told us about the text, but she doesn't know why because you never gave her an explanation. So she's just more curious than anything.
I honestly don't think I really want to tell her.
Yeah, but Paul, hey, Paul, have you ever gone out with a girl that you liked a lot and then she just stopped talking to you?
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah, so doesn't it kind of suck when you don't know why?
yeah, I don't know if I can tell her. I don't know how to really tell her.
Well,
So
the thing is, you're not telling her right now. You're telling me. Right?
I mean, I don't know, man, but I mean, you said you talked to her, so you're probably just going to repeat, what I told you. So it's
I don't know. You can pick and choose information. Why don't you be straight with us, and then we'll decide what she needs to know.
Was she moving too fast? That's what we were thinking. Like maybe she was ahead of you.
no. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was not. It's nothing that she did. Okay, it wasn't her fault at all. It was all on me. Okay, and this is 100% all to do with me.
Okay, well then if it's your fault, why don't you just tell us what happened? I mean, if it's not anything that's going to embarrass her.
The thing is like, dude, it was just bad. Okay, like I kind of want to like move on from it. Just forget like it ever happened. It is what it is, kind of thing. And just move on.
There was like
what was so bad?
Yeah, that's weird.
Did she tell you about the last date that we had? Like when we went to the bar?
She didn't tell us much. She just said you hung out at a bar with some friends.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, I was pretty drunk because we were there with friends, drinking a lot. I drank probably way more than I should have, but we were having a good time, and that's where I messed up.
All right. Well, my mind automatically goes to you were there with friends. Did you mess around with one of her friends or something drunk?
I mean, all right.
That sounds like a yes.
Yes.
That sounds like a big yes to me, Paul.
You dirty dog.
All right. Well, let me just explain. Okay. So I don't know why, like we're drinking like we're 21 again. And so I'm coming back from the bathroom and I pass her friends. We start talking in the hallway. I don't even remember like how we got to the point, but we start making out. And I like, in like mid making out, like I sober up like instantly, like that moment of clarity, like what the hell are you doing kind of thing. And at that point I was like, whoa, I gotta get out of here. Like, this is not how I am. This is not who I am. Like, so I like called my Uber and I got the hell out of there. Like, pretty much at that point.
All right, that's understandable.
And what a crappy friend she has that's making out with some guy that she's crushing on. Like, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't want to put it on her. I mean, like, literally, I know how to drink, and that was not how you're supposed to drink, like, throughout the night. So, like, I take a lot of blame for that.
So you're kind of taking responsibility, but then you're kind of blaming alcohol. This is what I'm hearing from you, Paul.
I mean, you can blame it on the goose right now. You know what I mean? So.
All right, so, well, that's understandable then why you'd be like, does it suck, though? I mean, it sounds like you guys were having a fun time dating. Does it suck that you made this mistake and now you don't feel like you can talk to her?
Totally, dude. We hit it off. It was like we had conversations that like probably some married people don't have. So it really sucks. But at this point, like, I don't know how, one, she'll take it, two, how to bring it up, and then like 3, how she'll feel like for the rest of the relationship. So,
right.
And
like,
I've got some ideas on how you can bring it up to her.
Oh, no, Jubal.
I actually have a really good idea.
Okay.
I think you should just talk to her because she's actually on the other line listening to this phone call.
What?
Yeah. Marie?
Hi.
Hey.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, did this seriously happen?
I mean, this is totally not how I wanted to tell you or even tell you really because I don't really know how to bring it up. Like, that's why I just kind of texted sorry. I was going to text you, like, this page-and-a-half long text, and I was like, well, that's weird, so I didn't text it, and then, I don't know, I'm sorry.
I'm so disappointed.
I mean, me too. I mean, right now, I feel like even more so because now you're finding out this way, and, like, that's not who I am. I
can't believe my friend did that. I mean, she hasn't said anything to me.
Yeah, I don't want you to blame her. I mean, like, I'm taking responsibility for it. Like, I guess.
The goose.
Well, let me just say this. Like, it totally wasn't emotional at that point because there was no connection. Like, when I got that moment of clarity, I was like, what the is going on?
Yeah.
And it was just once?
Yeah, like, that's it. I don't even know her name, to be honest with you, and I don't really care to because, like I said, it wasn't emotional at that point. It was, like, 100% physical. I mean,
I don't even think you made out with me that night.
Ooh.
Maria, it's bad no matter what, but at least he's kind of a stand-up guy about it. I mean, a lot of guys would do this, and then they would continue to talk to you. They'd probably text your friend and be like, hey, don't mention what happened. Like, at least he was a big enough man to be like, I screwed up, and now I shouldn't continue this relationship.
But it's also like the biggest red flag ever. I mean, if he's already...
Yeah.
If he's...
How are you going to trust him?
I mean, not that he's cheating on you because you haven't had that guy's talk yet, but if even in the beginning he's already making out with other chicks while you're there, I don't know.
But he said he's never done that. It's not like him.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Marie, I really like you, okay? I think we had a really good connection, and I think we still do.
Yeah.
Is there any way you can forgive me? I don't know what I can do to maybe that, you could forgive me for,
I can't believe that my friend didn't even think that she needed to tell me. I mean, at least you're telling me. At least she was just going to keep it a secret. That's not a good friend.
Yeah, that definitely isn't.
Yeah, but he was pressured into telling you and didn't even realize he was telling you. He was never going to talk to you again, actually.
Was that have really been the situation where you just thought you never wanted to talk to me again?
Like I said, the one that got away kind of situation, but I don't know. It's been eating me up inside, so I probably would have ended up calling you, I don't know, maybe tomorrow, the next day. Eventually, I would have called you.
That's kind of sweet.
That's kind of sweet?
It clearly upset him so much that he knew he did something wrong, and there was a reason why he, was so upset by it and then had to just leave. I mean, it just shows how much he cares.
What?
Yeah, I thought we had a really good connection, and it was...
Yeah, I agree.
We connected on so many levels, so...
I don't know.
I don't know why I have such a hard time believing you, Paul.
I'm so down the
feel
middle.
like you're just feeding her lines at this point. Would you forgive her if she made out with one of your friends that night?
I would have to know the situation. I'd have to know all the details. I'd have to know all the information, Like, me personally, this situation... It was only physical. My mind, I was with Marie that night. I was not with her friend. I couldn't, emotionally kiss you then afterwards because I knew what I just did. So, I mean, really, I did it for you,
Oh, my God.
Nice.
You did not.
I mean, some things of the night, make more sense now.
Oh.
And you did say that you're sorry, and...
Oh, my God.
Well, I think this is a perfect point to ask. Hey, Paul, would you like to go out on a second date with Marie? We will pay for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to.
Marie, would you be willing to give Paul another shot?
Yeah, I really would.
Don't give him another shot after this one, though.
That will never happen again, okay, Marie? I can promise you that.
You really promise?
110%, I promise.
Well,
Nice.
congratulations, you guys.
Yay.
It's finally a successful second date. We haven't had a couple go out on a second date in a while.
We haven't, you're right.
I guess this is like a fourth date for you guys because you've been out on 3 dates.
Yeah, this will be number 4, yeah.
Yeah, Paul, I'm a forgiving and understanding person, and I'm excited to go out with you again. I got to be honest, I don't think that I'm going to be talking to my friend anymore. I don't need her in my life anymore.
I fully support that. I think that any friend that would do that to you is not a true friend.
I agree. Well, I'm glad this worked out. And whoever said the phrase, you can't have your cake and eat it too, wasn't true. We just learned that in a second date update.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, that's quite deplorable, promising you won't cheat again after a third date. I read that text, I'm going to say, good job, texter, by using the most complicated word any texter has ever used, deplorable.
Hey, cool.
Yeah.
Fancy.
People with texters are like, they stupid idiot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of syllables.
Talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Marie wanted to call Paul. They've actually been out on 3 dates.
Yeah.
And the last date was a group date with her friends. And Paul admitted that he wasn't calling her back because he drank too much and made out with one of Marie's friends by the bathrooms.
Oh, man.
He admitted it. And then Marie suggests, then Paul agrees that they should never speak to that friend again.
Wow.
Because she's a bad person
Yeah,
for
definitely.
not telling Marie. It wasn't Paul's fault.
No,
It was her
definitely.
friend's fault.
Definitely her fault. It's probably a relief to her, honestly, because she's been trying to hide that for a while now. Finally.
So now her and Paul can continue on in their relationship and screw that friend.
Perfect.
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person that made out with your friend.
Senior care. Can
Hey,
I help you?
what's up, dude?
Nothing.
Hey, this is Esteban.
Do you know you're calling a senior living facility?
Oh, yeah, dude. Of course I know that. My name's Esteban. I make music for the masses. You know, like the popular music and stuff for people to dance to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, so, hey, I saw online you posted an ad regarding for, like, activities for the olds. You know?
Yeah, this is for older adults.
Yeah, the olds, like I want to entertain them.
Is this a joke?
No, I saw the ad online, so I thought I would call up, try to do it.
Oh my God, you're actually serious.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, there's an actual process to do this. You have to submit something online.
Yeah,
I don't know who you are.
Yeah, dude, I know I said that, but like about
Okay,
me,
I'm not a dude. I'm
okay,
not a dude.
well, hey, lady, you know what I mean? Like, I could go both ways, whatever. But I just saying, like, I'm gonna go get her, so I figured I'd just call up. I'm ready to rock the microphone for all the grannies and grandpas,
You have to apply online, and you're going to have to be a little bit more respectful. We don't go by grannies and grandpas, and I don't go by dude.
Well, hey, I'm sorry I felt like offended or whatever, like I had a granny, I had a grandpa, so I just call them that sometimes, but basically, I know you're looking for people to entertain the olds, and I think I could do it.
First of all, we don't refer to any people here as olds.
Oh, well, what do you call them then? Because, like, they're olds, right?
No, they're not olds. They're older adults.
Oh, yeah,
seniors.
okay. Okay, well,
older adults and olds are not the same thing.
Oh, okay. Well,
So-
I was just thinking, because they're like the old, so I just figured they'll go by the olds. But that's cool,
No, well, they don't. They don't. They go by older adults or they go by seniors. And regardless of that, follow the process like everybody else, and you have to submit something online. We don't just let anybody in here.
What if I'm just going to give you a hot sample?
No, I don't need a hot. What is a hot sample?
It's like food. Like hey, you go to the store, right? They stand there with a hot sample. You never turn that down.
I turn it down actually all the time.
Oh, well, you like the one. Because I never turn down a hot sample, so I just give you a hot sample. You tell me what you think.
I don't actually have time for this right now.
Oh, ladies, oh, ladies, you kind of crazy. I want you to have my babies. Oh, ladies, oh, ladies.
Oh, whoa. Hold on. I want you to have my babies? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but that's...
No, that's not okay.
Yeah, but Esteban's trying to give them a compliment, like I feel like...
That's not a compliment. That's not a compliment. Saying that, first of all, old lady, there's just so many parts of this that are wrong.
Yeah, but
here,
they know they're olds, but what I'm trying to say, like in my art is like, hey, you old, but I still, I would give it to you.
That's disgusting. I don't want to hear that. No one wants to hear that, and no one wants it to be given to them or whatever it is. That's not a compliment.
Yeah, but like they want to feel sexy too, like.
No, no.
Old girl. Kiss my lips. I like you and your artificial hips. Hey,
No. Okay, you obviously have never worked with anyone who's older because you don't. Not everybody has artificial hips. And nobody wants to kiss your lips. You're like bordering here, actually not even bordering, on sexual harassment.
It's just like my art and my music, it's just how I roll, like I can't keep myself held down.
Well, then we don't need anything that can't be held down here at the senior center.
I think you're wrong. I think you don't know because I know
I work here and I think you're just calling up and speaking about yourself in the third person. I think I know.
How about this one, okay? Here we go. Old dudes, are you ready for summer? I got you some Viagra so you can have a boner.
Okay. No. I don't even half understand what you're saying. Something about, I don't even know, Ambisol? What was that?
No, I was saying like I get on Viagra and then,
Okay, no.
I think, the problem is maybe you're a little too turned on by my musics.
Oh, yes. Yes, actually the big problem here is that I am so turned on by you,
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I can stand to be in the room.
Yeah, maybe
I don't think it's going to be fair to all the people here because I'm just going to be sitting there creaming the seats.
Yeah, like I could tell, like all you gotta do is take a deep breath, you know what I mean? Just like relax, okay?
That was
like
sarcasm.
Scargasm? I don't even know. Like I never had one of those.
Sarcastic.
You want to give me a scargasm?
You idiot. I don't have time for this, okay? I am getting off the phone with you right now.
Hey, wait, no, don't go. I gotta tell you it's a prank call, that's all.
What?
Yeah, this is actually Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning doing a phone tap on you.
Wait, what?
It's a joke. Your coworker Emily set you up.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
No, she said you were looking for entertainers at the senior home you run and wanted me to mess with you.
Oh my God, you seriously were terrible.
You know,
I didn't even tell you.
You don't like any of my songs?
No, they're horrible. I was just thinking, what the hell is wrong with this guy?